Mr. President, Madam Rajvi, honorable senators of the Italian Parliament, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real privilege to have this opportunity to address you. I'm not a politician. I speak as a human rights activist and as a humanitarian worker. So I will speak quietly, but I hope I will be able to convey to you what makes me very angry, and that is people who are being held hostage. Camp Ashraf is a humanitarian time bomb waiting to explode. How often have we heard that said? Ever since the US troops handed over responsibility of the camp to the Iraqi authorities in 2009, the bomb has been ticking. The residents of Camp Ashraf have been living in daily risk of their lives. They have been harassed, denied medical care, tortured with loudspeakers day and night, physically attacked, injured and killed. Amnesty International has produced many reports on the condition of the people in Camp Ashraf. As early as July 2009, 11 persons were killed and several hundred people injured. On 7th January this year, there was another incident in which 176 people, including 91 women, were injured. History shows that impunity breeds more human rights abuse. When human rights violations are ignored, they happen over and over again. On 8th April this year, the bulldozers and guns moved in. The Iraqi authorities tried to hide what had happened. They blocked access to the camp. They lied about facts and figures, but the truth came out. The world now knows that 36 residents were killed, including 7 women. They know that hundreds of people were injured. Some of them were mowed down by bulldozers. Some people were shot. Some people died because they didn't get medical care in time. It was a massacre, said Senator John Terry. There is no possible excuse for this number of deaths, said Navi Pillay, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. There was international condemnation from all sides, from Amnesty International, from the UN, from European and US political leaders. There were calls for an independent investigation. But to this day, there has been no accountability. The camp is seen by the Iraqi government as a thorn in its bilateral relations with Iran. There is talk of moving the people to another location in Iraq. We all know what will happen if any Ashraf resident is forcibly returned to Iran. We just have to recall what happened to Jafar Kazemi, or Muhammad Ali Hajigai, or Ali Saremi. These were all cases that have been documented by Amnesty International. But there were many more who were executed by the Iranian regime simply for having family members in Ashraf, or having visited Ashraf, or being supporters of the PMI. Ashraf is not a time bomb waiting to explode. It is a humanitarian tragedy that is happening right now. And it is a collective shame that the international community has only pious words to utter as human lives are put at risk. As lawmakers, you all know that international law makes it very clear that no one, I repeat, no one, no matter who they are, or what they have done, or where they are, no one can be returned to a place where they are likely to be tortured. Iran's record on torture is well known. No one can be killed or attacked, ill-treated or denied medical care. And we all now know Iraq's record on that as far as Camp Ashraf is concerned. Iraq is a party to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The covenant places clear obligation on the Iraqi government to protect the residents of Ashraf. But there is also a responsibility on the international community when Iraq fails, and that international community includes the United Nations as well as its member states.